What is going on? Welcome back. I'm Zedmont. We are going to be doing something special today, something somewhat painful. I am sort of looking forward to this, sort of not. We are going to do a speed run on Dr. T using the slowest of the slowest possible troops. No medics, though, just using all of the mechs, which are incredibly slow, and Rainmakers, which also very, very slow. I am going to use Brick to speed them up, though, and the reason why we're doing this, if you go into your Supercell ID and try and change accounts, you're going to get this. There is a problem with Supercell ID. There's also a huge outage on Amazon today. If you search the hashtag AWS outage, also Clash of Clans has put a tweet out saying Supercell ID is broken. Not sure if the two are related or if they're somewhat related. Anyways, Supercell ID is down. Hopefully you are on the proper account to get your operation attacks in. I don't believe you can switch accounts, but I haven't tried because I don't want to get locked out. Anyways, let's do Dr. T Volcano. We're going to do all 7 stages as fast as we possibly can. Going to drop all of our troops. Going to throw all of our barrages back on that HQ. Now, the reason why I dropped my troops first is because there's nothing worse than dropping your troops and then using all of your GBE on barrage and then not being able to drop your troops because all of this stuff costs GBE to drop. So the speed run is going to be slightly affected by all of this stuff. So we're going to drop all of that and then we're going to throw all of our barrages and all of our artilleries and rushing through this as fast as we possibly can. Now, I know you can do speed runs where you just drop your troops and force close, but we are not going to be using those cheater methods, even though I use them all the time. Anyways, let's keep going. We are rushing through the speed test against Dr. T. Now, in my video yesterday, I did not mention all of the different Dr. T texts that are in game. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of Dr. T videos, a whole bunch of Dr. T lore. See, this is the problem. This is why you drop your troops first. Clearly, we can't barrage stage 3, so now we are in the depths of the worst possible problem when you're doing a speed run. Losing time, losing troops, just not losing troops, I don't think. I'll be very surprised if we lose any troops before stage 6. Trying to get stage 3 down as fast as we can. That is a very slow time for stage 3, but maybe that's fast considering the fact that we've got mechs and yeah, not good at all. Anyways, Dr. T says all sorts of great things during the Mega Crab, during the when you beat Dr. T's stages. Now, some of those are a little bit outdated, obviously. He says things like 20 stages, and those sorts of details are a bit of a mistake, I feel like. But the fact is, there are all sorts of fantastic Dr. T details, and not all of them are in video form. They've also made cleverly written texts for him, so do consider looking through those texts if you're completely and utterly bored, because there's lots and lots of nuggets of info there as well, for lack of a better way to describe it. So we're just going to keep dropping all of this stuff. Going to barrage the shock launchers because shock launchers are going to slow us down. And then just battle orders our way through all of this stuff. Probably should just flare the HQ just to get all of our troops moving. Now, the addition of mechs actually works out fairly well because they stand in front of Brick and lets you use battle orders. And typically, Brick with Rainmakers, not a great idea, but the mechs actually keep her a little bit safe. So our speedrun is going pretty all right. We are at about 4 minutes. I'll show you how to check the time shortly here. Oops, speedrun. Less talking, more dropping of troops. This is going to be a major gamble. Throwing artillery back on that HQ, on that base, is probably a terrible idea, but I'm not sure that we can rush our troops up there any faster. So there has to be a mixture of throwing it on buildings and throwing it on the actual HQ, because you can do 70% of the damage by throwing it all willy-nilly. I'm feeling like we probably should have just rushed up here and crushed all of these buildings, because all of our troops are just standing around doing almost nothing, and as a result, our speed run is suddenly grinding to a halt, and grinding is never good unless you're on a dance floor, I suppose. Anyways, getting our troops up into grinding, getting up into. Anyways, not intentional. Let's get all of our stuff moving towards that headquarters. I don't even think it's called a headquarters. I think it's called like an not an outpost, but a not a power core. I don't know what the heck it's called. Maybe it is a headquarters. Hopefully our Rainmakers can drop some bombs on that in a hurry because speedruns need speed. Actually, that's stage 6. We're moving along at a fairly decent clip, hoping that we can get under 5 minutes or so. I think we're already over 5 minutes, but we managed to pick up a raw crystal, or a real crystal, I should say. Let's go. Stage 7. Yes, it is close to the core, close to the shore, I should say. That is going to drastically help us getting brick all of our stuff. I'm tempted just to flare. Let's just flare that headquarters. We are going to throw all of our flares, all of our troops towards that headquarters. Rainmakers just dropping bombs on it like crazy people. And now let's get a barrage out and a couple artilleries out and hopefully take this down. I mean, that was pretty quick, I gotta say. The fact that stage 7 was right next to the shore definitely helped. This whole video has been absolutely ridiculous. I don't recommend this troop combo at all, but let's have a quick look here in our replay log. We did it in 4 minutes 47 seconds about. I think that's like 442, something like that. So I just take the time when it was destroyed and the time when this and subtract, because obviously that's not 100% accurate because we should have a stopwatch, but really stage 1, not much of a factor. So let me know if you can do that any faster using Mechs and Rainmakers. Do send me a screenshot. Imager is the best way to do that. Just be aware that if you're going to post a link to YouTube, it's probably going to get marked as spam, so you're going to need to add some text. Just adding a link is not going to go terribly well, and I highly don't recommend doing that because it'll get thrown into the filters, and I will have to go in and find it manually, and then you'll be frustrated because your comment won't be there and I won't reply. So if I don't reply to your message, it's probably because it went into some sort of spam filter. Now, I put out a video late last night for those of you who are just joining us. It's totally not recommended by YouTube to do different timings of video release schedules and stuff like that. But you know what? I put the time and effort into it yesterday. I wanted to do a different video today, so I'm just going to keep releasing things at terrible schedules, even though it's going to hurt my SEO and my views and all that sort of stuff, because that stuff is important, and I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm not going to do it I don't have the patience to hold my videos. So hopefully, for those of you in different time zones, you like getting an evening video for once, or maybe a morning video to sip your coffee to. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. Wanted to make sure that all of you were aware of the Supercell ID issue in case you weren't already. Mega Crab obviously coming soon, and a fun little detail using a ridiculous troop combo to do Dr. T in fairly quick time, so maybe not all that ridiculous. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm Zedmod. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic Wednesday or Thursday or whenever the heck it is you watch this. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Don't try to log into my account, please. Peace!